Good afternoon to everyone. I welcome you all for the session 4 of International Virtual Conferences on Chemical Sciences. I would like to call Dr. P. Lakshmi, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, to introduce our guest speaker.
Thank you, Divya ma'am. Respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, faculty members and dear students, very good afternoon to you all. I am P. Lakshmi, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, Annai Violet Arts and Science College, with immense pleasure is going to introduce our guest speaker of the session, Dr. T. Lakia, Assistant Professor, PG and Research, Department of Chemistry, IIC Area Coordinator, Innovation Ambassador, Sri Sarada College of Women, Salem. And she is going to deliver her lecture on Electrospun nanofibrous membrane for water purification treatment. Let me introduce the speaker of the session, Dr. T. Lakia. She completed her MSc Chemistry at PSGR Krishnamal College for Women, Coimbatore, and she did her MTech Polymer Science and Engineering in CEG campus, Anna University, Chennai. In the year 2014, she has been awarded with PhD Chemistry under Technology stream from Anna University. She received SRF and JRF fellowship under DST and DBT project during the year 2011 and 2014, and she has been awarded with One Innovator 2021 from Periyar University Business Incubation Confederation and Perasiriyar Imayam 2020 Award on World's Teacher Day celebration from Kurunji Kabilar Tamil Sangam, India. Received Kalaratna Award in the year 2020, and she received various merit certificates from NPTEL for the role as top performing mentor and as a mentor during 2017 to 2019. Added to which, she is being a reviewer of 3 international journals which have been named as Journal of Applied Polymer Science, Wiley-Blackwell Publication, Advances in Polymer Technology, Wiley-Blackwell Publication, Journal of Polymer Research, Springer Publication. She acted as a resource person for various international online conferences and workshops, and she has 3 book chapters titled Biocompatible Electrospun Nanofibrous Scaffold for Oral Cancer Treatment in Taylor and Francis publication in the year 2020. Biopolymer-based nanofibrous membrane for water purification treatment in the year 2019 in Springer publication. Furthermore, she has 1 more book chapter in nanomaterial science in the year 2012 on the topic fabrication of electrospun paclitaxel loaded poly eta caprolactone nanofibrous for drug delivery. With this brief introduction, let me invite our guest speaker, Dr. T. Lakia, to take over the session. The session is over to you, ma'am. Welcome you once again.
Thank you, ma'am, for your brief introduction. Thank you very much. Now I start my presentation, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon to one and all present here. I am Dr. Lekya Tangaraju from Sri Sharda College for Women, Salem. I am very happy to present the topic on Electrospun nanofibrous membrane for water purification treatment, an international virtual conference on chemical sciences organized by IQAC and Department of Chemistry and Violet Arts and Science College, Chennai. So, what are my presentation outlines? What are the real water problems? Influence of microorganisms in drinking water, water purification techniques, polymer nanotechnology, the electrospinning technique, commercialized electrospun product, in summary and conclusion. So we all are known about water is a basic resource and it occupies more than 70% of the Earth's surface. But its pollution causes millions of people to drink impure water. The availability of the resource is limited due to ever-increasing population unplanned urbanization, industrialization, and improper waste management. Nowadays, one of the most important environmental issues is water pollution. Around the world, there are 80 countries. அன்மியூட்ல தான் இருக்குப்பா. அப்படியா? அன்மியூட்ல தான் இருக்கு, கேட்கலையா ஒண்ணுமே? ஒரு நிமிஷம். இப்போ கேக்குதா? சரி, ஓகேம்மா. ஓகே, தேங்க்யூ. Sorry. So, the availability of the resources limited due to ever-increasing population, unplanned urbanization, industrialization, and improper waste management. Currently, one of the most important environmental issues is water pollution. Around the world, there are 80 countries facing numerous problems in water shortage and 25% of the population not access to fresh drinking water. So, therefore, the quality of drinking water is extremely important to avoid some waterborne diseases. So, World Health Organization has reported that 321 children were killed every day by diarrhea. Globally, every year 1.8 million people, mostly under 5 years, die due to diarrheal diseases alone, which is mainly related to water. At present, chemical disinfectants and polymer membrane-based water filtration systems are employed to manage these types of microbial pathogens in the water. The bacteria, viruses, intestinal parasites, and other pathogenic microorganisms are mainly contaminated the drinking water, and it causes the diseases such as diarrhea, dysentery, and typhoid. So therefore, now it is necessary to understand the pathogen concentrations in the water and their treatment process to enhance the purity of water for drinking purpose. It was identified by American Academy of Microbiology that storing and aging are the main reasons to increase the contamination of water in urban areas. A simple in-house water purification is greatly increased due to the increasing the environmental awareness. So the drinking water is one of the main vehicles of pathogen transmission by the facial oral route. Enhancing water quality is the only way to reduce the facial oral disease transmission. So that's why many researchers have been developed water treatment process to remove waterborne pathogens from drinking water. What are the influence of microorganisms in drinking water? The World Health Organization reported that approximately 663 million people around the world have the problem to access the pure drinking water due to polluted water. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, there are more than 500 waterborne pathogens present in the contaminated water. These pathogens are the main sources for various chronic and acute level illness to the human. About 30 million Americans per year are affected by a gastrointestinal illness because of the contaminated drinking water. So the prevention of waterborne infection by such microorganisms is of supreme importance. Microsporia and Helicobacter pylori are the emerging pathogens which could be present in the drinking water. These pathogens are mostly dangerous because it can cause chronic level diseases and even lead to cancer. Microsporia are unicellular parasites which causes severe diarrhea and systemic illness in persons with acute immunodeficiency syndrome. Then all peoples are not equally affected from the contaminated water. It may depend on the individual's health conditions. So there are a lot of microorganisms are present in the water. It gives many diseases to humans. The piped water, example, Legionella is a microorganism which grows in piped water distribution systems. The water contaminants are not easily detected through naked odor and taste. So sometimes the microorganisms which are present in water may be beneficial or harmful to the human health. Sometimes a very tiny level of microorganisms like E. coli is more dangerous. People with weak immune system, particularly infants, young children, pregnant women, old age people, and immune suppressive therapy patients, AIDS patients, cancer patients, and organ transplant patients are more vulnerable to the waterborne pathogens. So generally the bacterial cells range from about 1 to 10 microns in length and 0.2 to 1 micron in width, while the viruses are 100 times smaller than bacteria at 0.004 to zero point 0.1 microns in size. So remove or destroy the bacteria or viruses from water, from drinking water. We need some water purification techniques, then which is then also prevention is of also some supreme importance. There are many well-established techniques available to purify the water, namely chlorination, membrane distillation, ultraviolet ozonation, electrodialysis, ion exchange, etc. The chlorination process is inexpensive, easy to handle, it destroys the bacteria and gives long-term protection. The main disadvantage of using chlorine for water treatment is that it easily reacts with organic matters like iron and manganese, even at low concentration, which leads to form carcinogenic byproducts. The chlorination process destroys the bacteria only at higher level of concentration of chlorine, which may lead to unpleasant odor and taste of water. Second, the distillation process. The distillation process is one of the most effective methods to purify the contaminated water. The distillation process involves no chemicals, but it is expensive and has longer process, and mainly the storage of distilled water affects its quality. The ultraviolet light disinfection unit is not used separately. It may be used with mechanical filters, activated carbon filters, reverse osmosis, and water softeners. In ozonation process, the ozone is unstable and it also provides more powerful disinfectant than chlorine. So the water treatment process includes sedimentation, precipitation, adsorption, oxidation, photocatalysis, multi-step coagulation, and percolations. In the 21st century, the membrane technologies have been used for water purification due to its high stability, then high separation efficiency, and high selectivity. So, the different types of membranes are available in the market to purify the water, namely microfiltration, ultrafiltration, reverse osmosis, nanofiltration, respectively. So what are the water purification techniques? Microfiltration membranes pore size range between 0.1 to 10 micrometer, which are made rejecting the small particles and microorganisms. The ultrafiltration membranes can filter the bacteria and soluble macromolecules such as proteins because it has smaller pores than the microfiltration membranes. Particularly in the reverse osmosis process, the cellulose acetate membranes are used, but it is non-porous and therefore it eliminates the particles, salt ions, organics, etc. The nanofiltration membranes were often called as loose reverse osmosis membranes, and it is porous in nature, but the pores are on the order of 10 less. They behave as both reverse osmosis and ultrafiltration membranes. In many countries, people are using the reverse osmosis process for removing the impurities from water, but unfortunately, it reduces the number of beneficial minerals in the drinking water. Therefore, drinking water purified by reverse osmosis process can create heart and muscle health disorder. The microorganisms in water are usually removed by boiling the water in the simplest way, but it is limited to use in all places. The microfiltration membrane fails to eliminate the small size viruses while it eliminates the bacterial pathogens. On the other hand, the nanofiltration membranes have a positive charge which can selectively reject the viruses and bacteria. The identification of the microorganisms present in the water is expensive, and particularly it is impossible to do all the time before drinking water. So recently the polymeric membranes have gained a great attention for water treatment due to its good thermal, mechanical, and chemical properties. There are many methods to develop the polymeric membrane, such as interfacial polymerization technique, phase inversion, self-assembly, stretching, track etching, spin coating, and of course electrospinning method. Among all of this, electrospinning is one of the simple and versatile methods which can be used to produce nanofibrous membrane for water purification. The world is facing serious concern in safe drinking water. The electrospinning based advanced nanotechnology could be a promising strategy to purify the water in the near future. Electrospinning based nanotechnology is playing a vital role in water purification because it can be used to produce innovative structured membrane compared to conventional membrane technique. Electrospun nanofibrous membrane-based water purification can offer a high standard water quality, viability, low cost, and accessibility of drinking water. Purifying the contaminated water by using Electrospun nanofibrous membrane is a simple method to prevent drinking water-borne illness. So, the Electrospun nanofibrous membrane also can provide long-term protection, operated properly, and also remove the turbidity from the contaminated water. Polymer nanotechnology. Advanced polymer techniques are designed to produce some of the unique products and latest industrial developments and fabrication methods. These methods originate from both industry and academia for the growth of polymer applications and meeting the demands of the future. Polymers are combined with other materials such as metal to create hybrids to offer the properties of both the materials. Nanopolymers have an extremely large surface area that provides diverse opportunities for functional groups to be occupied on the surface. In recent years, polymer industries have been challenged by the demand for improved, multifunctional, high-grade and more specialized polymers. Researchers and developers are coming up with newer technologies to enhance existing polymers or synthesizing technologies. So the polymer and its uses are still growing in many industrial fields, namely drug delivery, textiles, tissue ensuring, wound healing, cosmetics, energy devices, food packaging, air purification, water treatment, coatings, gas separation, etc. Nowadays, nano-based polymer membranes are mainly focused on the researchers due to its fine pore size, high surface area to volume ratio, lightweight, soft-like textures, and simple fabrication method. Electrospun polymeric nanofibrous membrane has increased more demand with new characteristics in many industries. In fact, biopolymers play an important role in several industries due to its biocompatible nature, unique properties, and applicability. Sometimes polymer blends, incorporation of metal oxides, and effective modification approaches are enhancing the polymeric nanofibrous membrane properties and offer a promising platform for high-performance applications. Advanced polymers such as nanofibers are synthesized from technologies like electrospinning, which is one of the most efficient techniques of fabrication. Biodegradable polymers provide significant contribution to a sustainable usage with a decreased environmental impact. There are several benefits in commercializing biopolymers, mostly for sustainable development, renewability, and eco-friendly aspects. So, nanopolymers are currently being developed to find interesting applications in life. The major concerns in the water filtration of polymer membranes are biofouling and virus penetration. Furthermore, the membranes-based water filtration has several challenges, including membrane permeability, lifetime, and energy costs. Therefore, interconnected, highly porous, nanofibrous polymer membrane filtration could be used to overcome these technical challenges. So, electrospinning process. It has been established that high voltage should be applied to the polymer solution during the electrospinning process, which leads to the formation of a higher electrostatic field and eventually produces the nanofiber. This is a photographic image of electrospinning unit. So the full electrospinning unit close view. So we are using drum collector for aligned fibers, flat collectors or plate collectors. If suppose we are using plate collectors, some polymers are giving standing fibers. Then highly porous nanofibers also are used using water-borne collectors. The environmental conditions and the electrospinning parameters influence the quality of the resulting nanofibers also. So the syringe needle, polymer solution, flow rate, and collector are the important electrospinning parameters which can influence the nanofibrous properties. The bead-free nanofibrous membrane can be obtained by optimizing the spinning solution, viscosity, concentration, molecular weight of the polymer, and tip to collector distance. So the low density and interconnecting open pore nanostructures of the electrospun fibrous membrane are the main advantages of using water purification treatments. The electrospun nanofibrous membrane filtration application has some other advantages, namely high flux, low operating pressure, low cost, lightweight, textile-like structure, good retention of multivalent anions, salts, and cost-effective maintenance. So there are a variety of processes to produce nanofibrous membrane, which involves the removal of contaminants from drinking water, namely synthetic templates, nanoparticles, self-assembly, and all those. This electrospinning also. In this, most of the nanofibrous materials are produced by electrospinning method due to its unique properties. So, what are the advantages of electrospinning technique using this water purification treatment? So, purifying the contaminated water, simple method to prevent drinking waterborne illness, provides long-term protection, operated properly, and also removes the turbidity from the contaminated water. Interconnector porous structure is beneficial for filtering the microorganisms from the contaminated water, used for different areas of water treatment process, especially remove the microorganisms and separation of oil water emission. So, electrospinning is one of the proficient techniques to develop interconnector porous nanofiber structure for filtering the microorganisms present in the contaminated water. Some polymers are used: cellulose acetate, polysulfone, polyvinyl alcohol, polyacrylonitrile, polyurethane, polyvinyl fluoride. Then also polyacrylonitrile, polysulfone, polyether sulfone, polyvinyl fluoride. Record some of the modification in order to use in water purification treatment. The electrospun nanofibrous membrane suffers from fouling during electrospinning process. This is the main disadvantage of using electrospinning method, but it can be overcome by some surface modification like grafting, coating, or blending interfacial polymerization techniques. Then we are using some additives also. The additives and antimicrobial agents are used to modify the surface of the electrospun nanofibrous membrane to reduce the biofouling during water filtration. Gentamicin is used to eradicate the microorganisms, and it also reduces the fouling. So we have there are thousands of papers and patents in this field, but is the level of innovation reflective in examples of commercialization is the main big questions. For this, maybe the nanofiber invention has largely been restricted to lab scale experimentation with the commercial production primarily occurring in the air filtration and battery separator industries. Then upscale and commercialization of nanofiber invention outside this traditional area is dominated by the electrospinning machine manufacturers who construct standardized machines despite the widely varied requirements of specific applications within the breadth of nanofiber platform technology. The restrictions of standardized machines cut down on the full realization of applications of unique nanofiber materials. So some of the commercialized fields using electrospun nanofibers, filtration media, skincare and beauty, composite reinforcement, acoustics and biomedical applications. So many researchers around the world are currently focused towards the production of polymer nanofibrous membrane. Moreover, many companies are involved in the commercial production of electrospun fibrous membrane for a variety of applications such as textile, solar cells, drug delivery, tissue culture plates, syringe filters, water filters, core and bike filters, etc. So, 2012 News and Innovator Award for year 2012 was given to the Revolution Fiber for the fabrication of air filters for household ventilation system, high strength fishing rods, and enhanced skin healing using the electrospinning method. The electrospinning company in UK commercialized the limited 96 well plate using polyl-lactate fibrous scaffold. The polyl-lactate fibrous scaffold thickness and overall porosity were in the range of 50 micrometer and approximately 80% respectively. So for this scaffolds, the company ELRIG New Technology Award for Drug Discovery at a conference held in Manchester. So this company collaborates with academic groups to fabricate fibrous scaffolds for biomedical applications. This is one of the examples of cellulose acetate water purification treatment. So ASO's electrospun cellulose acetate nanofibrous membrane before filtration. After filtering the piped water, will show the electrospun nanofibrous membrane. So cellulose acetate, why we are choosing cellulose acetate means cellulose acetate is one of the best biocompatible food and drug administrative approved polymers and has drawn great attention for water filtration applications. The electrospun cellulose acetate nanofibrous membrane not only filters the microorganisms, but it also removes the chromium, metal ions, and toxic organic hydrocarbons. The magnetic nanoparticles immobilized on cellulose acetate nanofibrous membrane have been fabricated for the removal of lead from polluted water also. The highly interconnected porous cellulose acetate nanofibrous membrane with uniform distribution is observed here in figure 1. So the average fiber diameter of cellulose acetate nanofibrous membrane is found to be 110 plus or minus 30 nanometer in size. Hence, the uniform, we can see the uniform, continuous, smooth, interconnected porous nanocyte fibers are present in the electrospun cellulose acetate nanofibrous membrane, which is mainly suitable for to filter the microorganisms present in the form. Here, the fluxance activity are the two factors to analyze the functionality of the membrane. The above two factors are main depends on the wettability, pore size, porosity, pressure drop, and thickness of the electrospun membrane. So the wettability of the solid surface plays a main role in the water purification treatment. The electrospun cellulose acetate nanofibrous membrane contact angle will be 50.2 degree at 0 time. So after filtering the piped river water using the developed electrospun nanofibrous membrane, the microorganisms are filtered and stayed in the surface of the electrospun cellulose acetate nanofibrous membrane, which is clearly seen in this figure. So similarly, the electrospun cellulose acetate nanofibrous membrane was used to filter the bacteria, sand, coal particles, yeast, viruses, and few metal ion salts. Therefore, the electrospun cellulose acetate nanofibrous membrane is undoubtedly filtering the microorganisms which are present in water. So, what are the conclusions in the excuse me. In the 21st century, the contaminants present in the valuable drinking water lead to enormous health problems, particularly in developing countries. Even in the developed countries, the consumption of drinking water is not microbial safe. The domestic animals and human activities are the main source of introducing waterborne pathogens. Electrospun nanofibrous membrane have an excellent high surface area to volume ratio than conventional micro or nanofibers, as long as efficient separation of particulate matters. The major concerns in the water filtration of polymer membranes are biofouling and virus penetration. There are also several changes including membrane permeability, lifetime, and energy cost also. So, interconnected, highly porous nanofibrous polymer membrane filtration could be used to overcome these technical challenges. In lightweight, high permeability, small pore size nanofibrous polymer membranes can be potential candidate to remove unwanted smaller particles in water. So, nanofibrous membrane with desired properties can be obtained for water filtration by electrospinning technique. So, leadership thought and innovation helps progressive industry and research leaders who want to get innovative products to market quickly by providing advanced material solutions through electrospun nanofibrous membrane expertise and manufacturing capabilities. So, we got award for this work. There's a mobile water filter aided with nanofibers. So, Business Incubation Confederation at Peria University. We are the incubating of a BICRPU. Then BICRPU is our knowledge partner. Then my main collaborator is Dr. T.S. Natarajan, academic dean of IIT Tirupati. Then also we got recently we got Indonesia Inventors Day Award 2021 gold medal award for this work. So thank you. Please, any questions?
Yes, Alakya, I have one question.
Yes.
Please, while you show the image for the preparation of your nanofiber, you say that the pores are nanofibrous in nature, nano size. But when we are going to do the filtration technique for microorganisms, how come it be possible for the microorganism to get entrapped inside the nanopores?
It's not entrapped into the nanopores because it is interconnected porous structure already is there. So it all are filters in the surface on the surface of the membrane.
They get locked over the surface of the membrane.
Yes, on the surface of the membrane.
But the pores are micropores.
Which one? No, that actually
nanopores. Actually,
nanopores.
they are nanopores.
It is interconnected porous nanostructure that is in the micrometer, but the pores are in the nano size. So it all filters on the surface of the nanofibrous membrane.
Okay. Can you give me one or two few examples about your biocompatible nanofibrous membrane?
Actually, we are working cellulose acetate nanofibrous membrane because that is hydrophilic in nature, and also it easily filters the water also. So that's why we choose that membrane. Otherwise, if suppose we give we have some technique to give some pressure or anything, then we are using polysulfone or polyurethane or nylon nanofibrous membrane also. We are working in that also.
Okay, whether these membranes are completely biocompatible and biodegradable, or partially they'll undergo decomposition or biodegradable.
Actually, we are working fully biocompatible in that aspects only.
So you say that it is 100% biocompatible.
100% biocompatible, but we are working now. So in future, maybe I will present that what means.
In what way your product is more comfortable or more worthier than the commercial product?
Actually, we are working what means no need electricity or no other techniques also. We just prepare the nanofibrous membrane. You just fit in your water pipe or water body, anything. Then it just filter the water with no other aided products like electricity or like any pressures. Likewise, we are modeling, we are designing on that type of portable mobile water filter.
It doesn't need any extra aid.
Yes,
Just,
doesn't need any extra aid also.
it
Then
is
it is also compatible and then lightweight. We can, like water bottle, we carry anywhere. That filters also.
okay. In that water bottle model, you fill your nanofibrous membrane. Am I right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. How far it is cost effective?
Actually, we are in our prototype stage. Actually, ideation to prototype stage. That's why EDI, Tamil Nadu government, give a release fund for 2 lakhs for this. That is IVP, voucher A program. We are in a IVP voucher A program. So this prototype is suppose succeed means we go to the IVP B program, voucher B program. That is 5 lakhs fund program.
Okay.
So now. Now it is in progress. It's complete in 6 months. I have already 6 months completed. So after 6 months, we need to provide a prototype for this.
Now, at least in your institution, did you have this for your students, to your own students?
Oh,
or
yes,
it is under progress?
Actually, now I am not guided. I have MSc students, MSc MPhil students like this.
Okay.
So actually, I'm in a institutions innovation council. So we have a lot of innovative types of students are there. So we are combined and then working in this field.
Okay, Lakya. Thank you, Lakya.
Thank
Now
you.
we can't. Okay. We come to the end of the session. And it is my privilege to propose vote of thanks and acknowledge the contribution of those who worked hard to make the session a valuable one. I want to thank the speaker for adorning their necessary work and sharing with us this graceful opinion. Also, my sincere thanks to the technical team for their valuable support. Thank you, Lakya. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.